Hello, I'm Christopher Walker with Closely Observed English, and in this video I'm addressing teachers of English as a foreign language. I'd like to tell you about my book 66 Little Lessons. Now this is the paperback version that is available on Amazon. I've got a sticker just here to say that it belongs to the school where I work, which is International House Integra here in Bielsko-Biała in Poland. So the idea of this is to have 66 complete lessons so that you can just pick up the book and go into any class, one-to-one class, small group, larger group, and you'll have everything you need for a full lesson, lots of speaking. So to give you an example, so here is the first page of a lesson on environmental protection. So we have a nice big colourful picture, and at the bottom just here we have a series of questions. For example, we always start with describe the picture. So your students can talk about the picture and say what's in the picture. Use that. And then they have some simple questions. So for example here we start with, why do you think there is an oil drilling platform here? As you can see, there is one here in the background. So that's where you start with your student. And then you can go on to the next page just here, which will show all the different build up to a speaking activity. So at the top we have information about the picture, where it was taken, and then some vocabulary connected with the picture. We've got a little copy of the picture there. Then down the side just here we have some further discussion questions. For example, is environmental preservation important in your country? So the students can talk about that. Now as the teachers doing this course, they could then look at the suggested language just here, which will give them something to introduce. So for example here, we've got some expressions for describing ugliness. Like the power station near where I live is a terrible eyesore. So this is some language that the teacher can feed in during their lesson. And then when you've gone through some of these questions, here we have a role play. So in the role play for this one, as our example, we have a hotel owner who wants to build on the beach, and somebody who is perhaps against that. So maybe an environmental protection officer, something like that. So the idea is that you put your students into pairs and they can conduct this role play. And again, you have some useful language. In this case, it's language asking for compromise. And then finally we have a follow-up task, and this follow-up task can either be set as homework or it could be done in the class if you still have some time left. So that's the general idea then of this book, and if you buy the copy off Amazon, you'll get it as it looks just here. So full colour, 66 complete lessons, and an introduction that goes through every aspect of using the book. However, if you're like me and you're something of a digital native, you might find that the PDF version is a little bit more useful. So we have that here available through the website closellyobserved.com. You'll find the links that you need for everything here in the description to this video. So the PDF has all the same sort of information. So if you want to print rather than photocopy, you can do that directly from the page here. And the other thing that I'm offering as part of this package, if you go for the digital option, is a series of PowerPoint slides. Now the way that they work is that every little lesson that is included in the book, you will get all of the questions. So if you have a projector in your classroom, you can bring those right up. Let me show you what that looks like now. So here then are the slides that you find on the PowerPoint. Now I haven't locked the PowerPoint, so if you're not really keen on the green at the top, or if you want to have your in-school branding, you can certainly do that. And as we go through each one, we've got the little introduction that tells you a bit about the book, and then the first unit in the book is about animal welfare. So we start by having the picture here of a dog chained up to a pole. So you can go straight in with describe the picture, and then the first sort of questions are good for, let's say, B1, maybe B2 level, for an introductory discussion. I used this all through the summer. I had a summer school with adults, and at the start of every lesson I gave them 3 different topics from the book. They talked together and chose which one we would study for that lesson, and because I have everything on hand here in the PowerPoint and in the book, I didn't need to spend extra time preparing. I could be really flexible, and the students seemed to appreciate this kind of flexibility in the lessons. They were able to tell me what they wanted, and that was really good. So then from there we go on to the next page, and we have some more in-depth and involved questions that they can work through. So you have this all up on the screen, and then because you'll have the PDF of the book, you'd be able to do the speaking exercises as well. So there we are, that's my book. It's the first of these resource books that I've produced. A lot of hours went into the creation of this. It has been worth the time, I think. I really like using it myself, partly because they're all my photos, so I feel quite attached to a lot of the content. But now that we have a copy here at the school, a lot of the other teachers have been using it as well. And so far, I think that they've got some pretty good results from it. The language that is introduced in the book is really suitable for B2 levels upwards, and of course you can adjust everything to taste. So if a student finds that the language is too difficult, you can break it down. If the questions are a bit too difficult, you can break them down. Sometimes you find that the students really dig their teeth into some of these questions, and you don't even have time to go through them all. I have one student in particular, a one-to-one student. One of these lessons is good for 2 one-hour lessons when we're talking together. So if you're interested in using this book, follow the links in the description below, and if you use the coupon code YouTube, you get a 10% discount. The payments are made through PayPal or by credit card via PayPal, and if you have any problems, do get in touch. Okay, thanks very much.